Hey everybody, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back. We're going to be doing the Coliseum side quest. I am using my main account if you haven't noticed yet. The only reason for that is my free-to-play account. I forgot to farm some evolved medals to get my Meow Wow and Pals up to a good guild with some stuff. But besides that, I can't proceed on my free-to-play account. I am going to change something and you guys are going to see in the end of this video. But for now, I'm going to show you some free-to-play setups that I was going to use that would work. No problem. We're going to start from, you know what, we'll start from difficulty 2, round 10 out of 10. I'm just going to show you what setup I use. Basically, it's this. I'm leaving a blank spot there because I know you guys use Sebastian with SP gauge 1 or 2, so you don't have that illustrated Kyrie with a second chance on it. Or some of you might have the aerial flounder, but you didn't put second chance on it. Defense boost 2 or 3 is more than enough here. You don't need second chance, but because second chance was so recent, a lot of you might have that compared to a defense boost. Maybe you have a defense boost on a medal that doesn't fit this Keyblade setup. Stuff like that. But as basic as it could be, basically you want to go into this fight. If you don't have second chance yourself as well, but you do have a Meowjesty or Meow Wow and Pals fully guilted with attack boost 3, then what you do is look for your friend medals list and see if anyone, or ask in the chat of your party and ask someone to share a medal with second chance on it. So you don't need your friend medal to do power here, as long as you got Meowjesty or Meow Wow and Pals. I know it's called something else, but it's better to just say that. It feels better. So basically the plan here is to two-turn this. This is very obvious, but some people just might need that little bit of guidance. So ×3 buffer for a tribute and your buff. The blank medal there, if you have a second chance medal, just put it there. All I'm showing is that these 3 medals are necessary. If attack boost 3 goes off here and attack boost 3 goes off on the second turn, then basically you two-turn this guy without a problem. If you need a little bit more damage, 2 second chances on a Keyblade and it doesn't need proc. But if you do need a little bit more damage, then just add another green medal there. It doesn't matter what kind of medal, just make sure it has chips and attack boost on it and it will do some damage. Like I have Young King Mickey here. If I put chips on here, make it a level 100 and an actual 6-star, and put attack boost 2, it'll do some damage, especially because it ignores the tributes. But besides that, that's that one. All you gotta do is two-turn it. I'm not gonna replay over and over and over for second chance to play off, so we are gonna continue from here. Alright, for the 3-star difficulty, round 1 out of 10, basically we're gonna use the Divine Rose here. Divine Rose, same thing guys. If you don't have that illustrated Kyrie, Sebastian should be more than enough. Aerial Flounder, same thing. It's all the same as long as you get that ×3 buffer on your Keyblade setup. Or ×2 buffer might do the trick too if you just have like 2 VVs or 2 Christmas Soras and then you put like Maui or Moana there. Obviously for this setup, Moana, but you guys know what I mean. If you really need that ×2 buffer and you don't have a ×3 buffer, that's what you guys should be doing. So for this setup, you guys can do the whole 2 Donald, Moana trick, and then Larxene B to finish off. Larxene B doesn't need to be guilted, just like my free-to-play account, but on this account, she is guilted, and she has an attack boost 2 and Lux Plus. Farming purposes, but not for this video. So I'm going to show you this one time, and then I'm going to switch it to the other one. Basically, using 2 young Kyries, you have more than enough strength. All you got to do is pick up another Larxene B if you really want to clean this up. Sometimes it's better to use Donald, Classic Donald, as a friend medal instead of Larxene B, because Magic versus Magic still does a lot of damage, as you guys are going to see in this video. So your ×3 buffer, and then young Kyrie and young Kyrie. This is why I suggest putting APPs on them, because they are heavy costing. That's 9 SP already. But basically, if attack boost 3 goes off, you're going to see, wow, you see that like? But boom, more than enough damage, guys. More than enough damage, not even using Larxene B. Even if your medal, if you don't have Classic Donald, put a Classic Donald there and another medal there, more than enough damage. It's just buffing your attack medals. So having these young Kyries on your Keyblade setup makes a huge difference. Alright, so for the setup, you guys can use this again or use Moana. Either one's fine. If you need more damage, Moana and another Classic Donald. If you don't need more damage, this works. I'm just showing this because it's more up to date for new players / free-to-play players. Honestly, there is no reason to pull right now too, because you're not guaranteed a ×3 buffer, you're not guaranteed some good utility medal, so there's just no point of pulling at the moment. Sure, Illustrated Anthem is really good, but you can live without it. So you can see that even though I'm buffing all this, I'm still having an issue with his HP. I have Nova here, but my Nova on this account is level 288. Basically, I'm gonna pretend like 10,000 damage. Everyone should be doing 10,000 damage with their Nova, so that's half a bar of HP. So with the buffs and my friend medal, it should be more than enough, but the only thing is, I can't tell you guys that because on this account my Divine Rose is just a little bit stronger than my other account. So I am doing more damage with my Larxene B. Even though attack boost didn't go off, you guys might not get the same results, so just keep that in mind. The thing you want to do is actually use Moana instead, or one of your young Kyries. Make sure it's one that you're not going to use for a reroll, that you're not going to keep for your setups. You could if you want to, but have a second chance on it. Just because if you are using it as your buffer instead of Moana because you missed that event, second chance on a young Kyrie if you're going to use this kind of setup is not a bad idea. Just make sure that you're ready to let go of that young Kyrie. Don't put any chips on it, don't put any Dales. Make sure it's not a guilty one, make sure it's not dotted. It's just a loose copy that you don't care that you can sacrifice later. So that's that setup. That's the young pumpkin. I'm going to show you again with Moana how much of a difference it makes. Again, I know my Divine Rose is a little bit tougher, but you guys should be focusing on your Divine Rose. Make Divine Rose level 30 because the game really gives us a lot of speed reverse, upright magic, and it just works perfectly. And if they're not giving this, Olympia, make sure Olympia is level 25, I think level 26. All you need to be for Olympia is level 26, and then just save your gems until later on and you know what medals you have. I'm always throwing advice in there, I'm sorry guys. So let's continue for this video. So let's take away that setup. Basically what I want to see is this. This is a super easy event medals free-to-play setup. This basically makes you overpowered to a lot of bosses. It doesn't even matter that it's magic on magic, it's just because it produces so much power. You have a full buff of magic, a full buff of ×3 strength, and then you got really huge 2 classic Donalds, heavy hitters, just doing so much damage. You guys can see the difference right now. So because Moana gives me the full ×3 buff, my 2 classic Donald is gonna one-turn this. Attack boost 2 goes off, and if attack boost 3 goes off, this guy should be taken to all the way near death. You guys see the difference already? And Larxene B, attack boost 2, it's basically a one-turn. Even if your Divine Rose is not level 30, this works for a one-turn guaranteed, especially if you just use your friend medal to finish it off. So this is very easy, very simple. The pumpkin head, the thing is, if you don't have all these powerful medals, just use some kind of debuffer or Belle or Alice. Use Belle or Alice. They will take away the buffs for you. Sorry about that. My voice was going, so I grabbed a drink of water. I'm back. Let's continue. Basically, it's the same setup all the way down the line. So for this guy, same setup. Either the 2 young Kyries with the classic Donald and the friend medal plus your Larxene B or whatever you guys have. If you have Marluxia B fully guilted, Zigbar B guilted, especially Zigbar B. We'll talk about that after. Basically, same setup. If you guys want to use the 2 young Kyries, just make sure you have some kind of second chance on there or defense boost on your Keyblade setup, because you might not be able to one-turn it, and also you need some form of APP. It's like the poor man's setup of Moana, but you just need more skills versus having that one medal. That's the only difference. So it's not impossible for new players as long as they have a ×3 buffer. So if you've been around since Sebastian, you should be fine. But if you guys can see, more than enough. Even though the Divine Rose is level higher, attack boost doesn't go off. It's very, very easy to one-turn these. Just because Classic Donald is so powerful. When they gave us that and we saw it was boosted, I was so happy. I knew that that was going to carry us through so much. Now, the thing about this is this point on is basically using Meowdesties for all 3 of these. The same setup I showed you guys. Again, just put something powerful here, like whatever you have for an upright speed. Whatever your strongest is, just make sure it has attack boost and chips on it, and you'll see that I'll actually do some damage, because green versus green, red versus red, blue versus blue works out perfectly. So we're gonna use that same setup. The only difference is we're gonna use a friend Meowdesty on this. My friend Meowdesty that had attack boost 3 is not there anymore, so I'm using an attack boost 2 and Lux Plus. It still does the job. It's not as much damage, but it's all right. There's something in my eye. Oh my god, it burns. I'm okay. I'm okay. My god, fire in the eye. But anyways, so we got the ×3, and then using your Meowdesty. As you guys can see, way too much damage. It's not even like unfair how much damage Meowjesty does when it comes to these events. Now, you don't need Meowjesty. You can use Meow Wow and Pals. Just make sure it's fully gilted, or not even fully gilted. Just make sure it's like 90% gilted, but attack boost 3 and chips. I'd be showing my free-to-play account. It's exactly the same. My Olympia is not that high. It's level 26. It's very, very possible for all of you to have Olympia level 26. I think that's good enough. If you guys want to upgrade it more than that, you can. If it's like your favorite Keyblade and it just works with your medals, then go right ahead. But everybody else, level 26 gives you that 2.7 multiplier, and that's all you're looking for. So, same thing, cannon gun, same exact setup. If you don't have Meowjesty, use Meow Wow and Pals. You know what? I'll show you what I mean by Meow Wow and Pals. It's the Meow Wow, Riku, and Sora medal put together. I'll just put it on there. Mine's not fully gilted and it doesn't have chips and all that on there, but it works out perfectly. So for this guy, you might have to two-turn this. If Meowjesty's not, oh my god, Meowjesty's more than enough, guys. And if your Meowjesty or Meow Wow and Pals isn't good enough, again, where my Young King Mickey is, activate that, whatever your strong upright speed is, and then just activate your friend Meowjesty or Meow Wow and Pals, and there you go. All of these speed monsters or speed enemies are very simple just because of Meowjesty and Meow Wow and Pals. So for the helicopter fleet, let me just go over the equipment real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Right here, somewhere. He's somewhere. This guy. So Sora, Riku, and Meow Wow. It's just blah of a name. So Meow Wow and Pals. There you go. I do have one 100% gilted. Okay, the only reason I'm not using it is because I do have Meowjesty, and I think Meowjesty is a lot better, even though he's a random attacker. But if you don't have Meowjesty, chip this guy, attack boost 3, and he will carry you. Don't worry about that. That medal will take care of you. It's only off by like 0.75 of a multiplier, which in the end equals 1.5 of multiplying your damage, which is a lot, but again, you can see Meowjesty is overkill for this. So let's continue. I would use a Meow Wow and Pals, but I don't have that much skills and chips. Well, chips I have enough, but skills. I don't have that much skills just to throw out anything. So we are going to continue here. Times 3 buffer plus the Meowie and your Meowjesty is not going to work here. It can, actually. It can. It's just that I eat my words right away, guys. I honestly didn't think Meowjesty would do that much damage, but he did. So basically, you just finish off with your Meowjesty, or not your Meowjesty, your friend Meowjesty or a Nova. More than enough damage here, guys. Again, Olympia's not leveled up highly, so this is very possible for everybody. If you're using Meow Wow and Pals, you need another form of some kind of debuffer, like general defense down will work. A World Final Fantasy medal or some sort of that, like the Xemnas B with a SP gauge 2 or 1, or just rely on a friend medal as well with your Nova. You should be totally fine there. I didn't expect that. I can't remember. I did this quest with Meowjesty, and I don't even remember doing that much damage to a helicopter fleet. That's insane. So let's continue. From this point on, you guys can see the pattern. It's back and forth, the same exact thing. If you're not using Moana, use the Young Kairis. Basically, free event medals make you not pull. You don't need to pull, and even if I do pull, like you guys can see in my free-to-play account, I'm doing pulls for the World Final Fantasy medal, and then I don't even use them. Just because I'm making these videos, I don't even get to use the World Final Fantasy medals because I complete all the events with event medals. As you guys can see, event medals are super powerful. So if you are new to the game and you're watching this and you're like, this doesn't help me at all, just realize that eventually the game gives you event medals. So jewels and money is not needed to play this game at all. Just making sure that you buy the right avatar boards at the right time, making sure you put chips and dales on the right medals, making sure you're pulling for certain utility medals, because again, if you're new, you miss most of this, but at the same time, my free-to-play account missed most of this, and it's still able to do all this. Now, to end this video, honestly, I'm going to show you guys my free-to-play account and the issue I'm having. It's not an issue, it's just me being lazy. Not even lazy, I just don't have enough time for all these games. But basically, if I had an Evolved medal, I'd be using Meow Wow and Pals. If you guys can see here, I even forgot to bring a Classic Donald as a friend medal, but this is still more than enough. I know Divine Rosa is nice and high, but a friend medal with Classic Donald will do it. So for the rest of this, I'm going to show you. There's no point in doing this one either. Again, I know Divine's Rose, yes, level 30. It doesn't make a difference, guys. It makes a difference, but not enough that you guys can't mimic this. So we're going to use times 3 buffer and then times Moana plus the 2 classic Donalds. If attack boost 2 and attack boost 3 goes off, you guys will have more than enough damage here. 50% battery, I'll plug it in a second. Okay, if you can't one-turn this like I'm doing right now, you should be able to one-turn this. Even though my Keyblade's a little bit tougher, having the Larkstein B, Zigbar B, Marluxia B in that slot right there will finish this off. And if it doesn't, then your Friend Metal Classic Donald will finish this off. So power and speed, very easy to handle just because the game's given us so much. Especially new players, you're still able to do that. If you are using the young Kyries, again, 2 turns. You're going to have to 2-turn this. But let's do Cerberus. Let's do Cerberus with the free-to-play setup and see what we can do here. Now, I am going to throw in that Friend Metal. Look, I'm using Smelly's free-to-play metal right here. Because I'm pretty sure nobody else in my party has an attack boost 3 on a Classic Donald. I'm the only person that does that. Yeah. I'm the only person that actually has attack boost 3 on both my accounts. I should share the attack boost 3 max, but that involves me grabbing my phone that's right there, turning it on, yada yada yada. So let's just do this. Let's try to 10 skill this. So it's going to require that my Moana's APP goes off, at least on the second turn. This might be overkill here. I don't want my attack boosts to go off here. I don't want attack boost 2 or 3 to go off. Perfect. Okay, so if they did go off, basically you just one-turn this guy. So what? That is 1, 2, 3, 4 medals. Let's use this as our 5th medal. I should bring a weaker medal in here. Yeah, I'm going to do way too much damage here. So the point is second chance. You want a second chance to go off or defense boost 3, 2, so on and so on. If a second chance goes off, you guys will see that you can just come back in and do this. Basically, what I'm going to do here is weaken my setup. Alright, as you guys can see, I changed my Keyblade setup. I put a defense boost 3 in there. And I switched Larkstein B into a slot where she won't do no damage. Friend Metal, we're grabbing a second chance. If you guys don't have a second chance yourself, just use a Friend Metal second chance. And I do have a second chance on my Illustrated Kari, so there is a better chance of it going off. Just by a little bit. So basically, we're going to go full out again. The APP is actually not even needed here, I think. As long as you use medals that cost 1, like Larkstein B, I believe the princesses like Cinderella, she costs 1. What's Aladdin's girlfriend? What's Aladdin's girlfriend's name again? Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine costs 1. Stuff like that. Just put medals that cost 1 in here, and you don't need APP. All you need is second chance and enough power, obviously, but a times 3 buffer. Defense boost 3 is enough, but second chance would have went off. So that's enough. There you go. This is just a cleanup now. Basically, we do have enough power because Classic Donald. Oh, I didn't activate it. I tapped. I can't believe I just tapped there by accident. Please don't kill it. Yeah, it doesn't kill it. So if I activate Larkstein B there, it would have been enough damage. I'm just going to use my Nova to clean this up, or the Friend Metal would have done it as well. But basically, there you go. 10 skills. At least I hope so. I think I did 10 skills there. We're going to find out right now. Let's see. Third Mickey head. I believe that was 10 skills. I wasn't counting. Yeah, there you go. 10 skills. All done. You guys can mimic this. It's not a big issue. If you have to use 2 Classic Donalds, use them. Take away the Larkstein B, put another Classic Donald there. Just make sure that it's probably one that's not fully gilted or something. Or if you do need a little bit more damage, have it fully gilted. Alright, instead of switching account, I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Basically, there's something I'm going to do on my free-to-play account that's going to be able to pass all this without a problem. It's just tonight should be an update, and I'm hoping that there's a guilting campaign. If there's a guilting campaign, golden. If there's not a guilting campaign, then I'm going to do something that needs to be done. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.